You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
This is going to be fresh right here. I just found it. Now, if you guys watching the sports channel, we're covering a lot of the USWNT, right? That team has been disappointing, and they should have lost the other day, right? Day before yesterday. And they were out there taking selfies. They don't like the country. And then they got blasted by Carli Lloyd, right?
Yeah.
They got crushed by her.
Big time.
Well, it looks like she may have just bent the knee, man.
What?
Yeah. Look at this. Soccer fans react to Carli Lloyd's apology.
Oh, God.
For USWNT after harsh comments. I have not read the apology. This just popped up, and I was like, man, we got to talk about this. USWNT legend Carli Lloyd has some harsh words for her former team and teammates for their behavior following the scoreless draw against Portugal that saw them through to the knockout round. Quote, I never witnessed something like that. There's a difference between being respectful of the fans and saying hello to your family, Lloyd said after seeing players celebrate the draw. Who celebrates a draw, man? Quote.
An underachievement for this team, by the way.
Right. They're the back-to-back champs.
They were expected to boat race Portugal the other day. They should have won that.
Yeah.
And again, they were saved by a goal post. Yep. They were this close from losing.
Yep.
Wow. Come on.
She goes on, quote, but to be dancing, to be smiling, I mean, the player of the match was that post, which you just talked about, Rhodes. You were lucky to not be going home right now because they lost their game. They were out.
That's right.
On Wednesday, Lloyd clarified her statement, making it clear that her criticism of the team comes from a place of love and wanting only the best for the USWNT. Quote, I want people to understand that I care deeply about this team, Lloyd said. But fans seem to feel that Lloyd didn't need to apologize for her comments in the first place. Many are pointing out that she said nothing wrong and should not have been criticized in the first place. Yeah, she shouldn't have.
Her job is to criticize and be objective whether she played on the team or not. She's a member of the media now. She works for Fox as an analyst. So you should never be apologizing for what you said. You didn't say anything offensive. You just gave a critique of the aftermath of a game that your former team underachieved in a sport that you should know inside and out. You do know how that should have came out.
There's video here, man. Let's see.
They'll nail you. Fox Soccer will nail your... Yeah, they'll nail your butt. Yeah. They nailed me the other day. I remember I walked away from the video and you ended up doing it without the video the next day, I think.
Okay.
Because after 3 tries, I was pissed. Yeah.
But I just don't get it, man. Nobody said you didn't care deeply about the team. I mean, Rhodes. Charles Barkley, he goes out there when it comes to the NBA and he crushes players, right?
Absolutely.
If they're not performing up to par.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't mean he doesn't like the NBA. I mean, some of these comments here, she has no need to clarify her position. The U.S. were a post away from going home, and the squad danced as if it had punched a ticket to the World Cup final. Yeah,
absolutely. You had won nothing.
She's riding one of the best team in the world to top their group at a minimum. Now, this team...
I don't think they're the best in the world right now. It doesn't seem that way.
They finished second in their group, and therefore they got knocked out of the primetime spot. So
that's funny.
So guess what? If you're on the West Coast, you got to wake up at like 2 a.m. to see them play now. Nobody's going to be watching them. Why is she clarifying anything? She's right. She was. What is this real here? Apology needed, accepted, thank you. The team intensity was high. The team was focused on scoring. They didn't score anything. They were attacking like crazy in the 90-plus minutes when they should have been trying to see out the draw. Legacy secured. The issue was confusing game plan, poor execution. Oh, no.
Whatever the case may be, they underperformed and should not have been carrying on like they just won a trophy after the game. You know, show a little bit of humility in the moment and realize you are underperforming right now.
Yeah.
You were this close from being gone with the win.
They should have been gone, man. But the goalpost was the MVP. That was a saving grace.
It sure was. It sure was. Yeah, and again, look, that makes me have a problem with Carli. Because how am I supposed to take you serious as an analyst if you're going to backtrack comments? Good objective. I thought she was looking at it from a viewpoint that, hey, I know this team, yada yada yada, but I'm not shilling this team. They underperformed. I don't like the theatrics after the game. That's the kind of thing I want to hear from somebody that's got that job.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to do that, step down. Step down.
Your job is to critique the game, whether it's positive or negative.
Not make anybody happy. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that that Bill Belichick on Mondays after the Patriots lose a game, even if they win, Bill Belichick was known to go into players dreaded going in on Mondays to watch on game film because he was crushing them. Tough love.
Look, it was very well known especially back in the day, that a Patriots win was like doomsday on Monday during game film. He was going to drag everybody's ass. It was going
Tom Brady included.
Tom Brady included. It was going to feel like they took a big old fat L. Yep. You know, and guess what? Got a lot of rings. A lot of rings.
Yeah,
a lot of rings. That's right. Yeah.
But this team here doing bat flips and taking selfies, you will never see. I don't believe you'll see an NBA team after a loss standing for selfies with fans. And essentially, you know, and these are like the playoffs, really. So if it's a playoff game and you don't win, now, of course, there's no ties in like the NBA or whatever, you would not see the losing team taking selfies with fans right after the game, celebrate. It would not happen. But anyway.
This was a go-home scenario.
Yeah. This was win or go home, or not lose and go home. They just didn't lose.
You know, this is also, to dig a little deeper, it's a societal problem with not having a winning mentality these days.
Yeah. Mediocrity is okay.
Absolutely. Everybody gets a trophy. That is part of this.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.